Hi guys, a few of you are here. Sorry, I'm a little late, and I'm late for something that I'm going to tell you about. As you know, I'm having surgery a week from tomorrow, and I was hoping to work until next week, but I think I have to. Today has to be my last day, for one reason in particular. Unless I can figure out something else, I'm getting a lot of late minute. Um, I expect to get, I was told I would get a lot of calls that day for some scheduling things. And I actually just got one of them like 2 minutes before I started. And I just think I need to be available. I can't put these people, let them go into my voicemail. I need to speak to them. So if I can figure something else out and someone can take these calls for me, that would be great. But if not, today may be my last day. I will remind you guys again that a lot of my videos are on YouTube on the YMCA of NYC site. If you go there and you can't see it, just type my name in next to YMCA of Greater New York, Janice Campbell. And if you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me. I have to think of what my Y email is. I'll think about it during class and tell you at the very end. Um, so anyway, enough chatting. I just want to get started and have a good workout with you guys today. So let's do that. And um, I am excited about this surgery a little bit. Who's excited about knee replacement? I am. I'm very active, and in the last couple of years, I'm still able to teach and do my class, but in the last couple of years, there are certain things I can't do, like hiking and things that I like. And the more time, the longer I wait, the more things pop in that are difficult for me to do. So I am excited to um, get back to doing all the things I like to do. I'll never run again. Anyway, let's get started and um, have fun. So stand up nice and tall, tilt your head down and tilt your chin up to one side and the other side, nice and gentle. And look up and look left to right. And shoulder rolls up, bring your shoulders up towards your ears and roll your shoulders back. And then arm circles, nice big circles. Modify at shoulder height if you have pain or discomfort in your shoulders. And switch direction. And swing your arms around your body. Get some movement in your torso. And let's do hip circles, 5 in each direction. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And let's do heel taps to the front, pressing your heels out to the front, pressing your arms out. And then do kickbacks. Bringing your heels towards your glutes and row your arms. And then skaters, one leg behind the other on a diagonal. Keep your arms moving. And then have both feet together and just step out to the side. And then step to the front on a diagonal. And then we're going to do calf raises. If you need to hold on, one fingertip chair or wall or counter. Just rolling up on your toes for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and just march it out. And then bring your arms up, opposite hand to knee, making your march a little bit higher. Some coordination, some cognitive function. You would be surprised in my class that this is hard for some people. Not this one in particular, but when we do opposite arm and knee. And before we do our posture check, let's do our cervical spine. So make sure when we do this that your shoulders are square to the front, that you're not a little bit lopsided. So stand up nice and tall and give yourself a double chin. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to do our posture check. So stand up nice and tall, your feet about hip width apart, toes pointing forward, plumb line pulling you up, one hand behind your head, the other on your chin. Push your chin back into the hand that's in the back. So your head is sitting nicely on your shoulders. Your chin is parallel to the ground. Your ear is over your shoulder, shoulder over your hip, hip over your knee, knee over your ankles. Belly button pulled towards your spine. Slight hip tilt forward. Shoulder blades relax and shoulders relax and shoulder blades pointing towards your back pocket. So this is the last time I'm going to say this for a while. When you're sitting, please be cognizant of your posture also. Don't let the chair support you or a slump. So sit up nice and tall. Use everything to keep your posture up. So feet up and point and flex for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and circle out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and the opposite direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to start with sit to stand. So stand feet about hip width, shoulder width apart. Remember, wider base of support is preferable. It is actually a better, more stable stance. You could even go wider depending on how everything feels for you. So you could push off the chair, use your arms up and down as a counterbalance, arms across your chest. I'm going to do arms across my chest today. So stand, find a focal point to keep your head from rolling forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And stay standing. We are going to do push-ups today and box squats. So the first three main muscle groups, something we do for our chest, our back, and our lower body, which will be a bent over row, push-ups, and squats. We're going to do 15 reps. Everything else we do 10. So arms outside your shoulder, not up here. Make sure look where your arms are. They're up here by your head. They're too high. Nice plank position. Your hip tucked under a little bit. And let's do 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And I'm going to do my first set of our box squats sideways so that you can see it. And we're doing 15 of these. So I like to start seated so you have trust that the chair is there. They're similar to a sits to stand. You want your leg, if you look at where my feet are, my knees are not over my toes. And when I'm going to cross my hands across the chest, you could do this. We were going to hold weights for the second set. So the difference between this and a sit to stand. A sit to stand is an activity at daily living. We do that all day. Sitting on a dining table, the bathroom. This is a squat. So what we're going to do is stand up, push through our heels, contract your glutes, and just lightly tap as we sit. We're not going to sit all the way down. One of the things about doing this is that in my class, we don't have mirrors in my class, so it's hard to correct sometimes when I don't have a mirror, and I often see squats like this. It's more like the exercise we do later, the good morning, but what I would like to see is the more um, upright torso. So this box squats help with that. So let's do 1, lightly tap, 2. You're not going back with your torso. This is 3, as you do with a sit. 4, push through your heels, contract your glutes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, push through your heels, contract your glutes. 10, 5 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And my heart rate did go up a little bit with that. So arms outside, we're going to go right back into our push-ups. No rest yet. Keep moving. And we're going to do our last set of push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And I'm going to use my weights for this last set. And one of the things I should point out, a lot of people will say to me they can't do a squat because of knee issues. And then, if you're sitting and standing, this doesn't really bother my knee. Other things bother my knee, but not this. So I'm going to start again from a seated position. And but everyone's different, so I can't judge what other people are feeling. So start from a seated position. I'm holding the weight against my chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And my heart rate is okay, but that was a lot of work. So now we are going to do our good morning for our glutes and hamstrings. And just a little review. I'm standing arms straight, looking over the chair. And I'm doing the hip hinge. So the hip hinge we did in our warm up, where your knees are soft, but you're not bending them. You're just going to bend, hinge back, bend your elbows. And as you stand, push through your heels and contract your glutes all the way up. So to do that without the chair. So I'm going to do weights. I'm going to do, this is your glutes and hamstrings. So we're going to do 10 reps. I'm doing the weight, holding weights for this. My feet are about hip width, shoulder width. Push through the heels, contract your glutes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to go right into our bent over rows. So you're bent at the knee, bent at the hip, arms down, looking straight ahead to keep my head in line with my spine. And 15 of these, we're working our big muscles in the back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And standing up, we're going to go right back. If you feel anything in your lower back, I'll go over positioning again. So standing up nice and tall, knees soft, belly button pulled in. Just hinge your hips back, your hip back, and just lean forward. My back is still neutral. Push through the floor and stand all the way up, contracting your glutes. Don't go back too far and arch your back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And our last set of bent over rows. So bent at the knee, bend forward. This time you are bending your knee a little bit, belly button pulled in. So my back is neutral. You're not overarching or rounding. Just keep it nice and neutral. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And, it's time for a break. I give you weather updates on this room. It's actually very warm in here today. How are you guys doing? You guys are so wonderful. So I do have to mop up or my glasses will fall down my face. So we're going to do shoulders in a tandem stance. I'm going to do heel in the arch of my other foot. You could do heel toe, or you could just have both feet together. Smaller base of support than you normally stand makes you a little bit unbalanced. And we're going to do external rotations for our first set. So belly button pulled in. You could even have that little hip tilt under. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And our last set of bent over rows. So bent at the knee, bend forward. This time you are bending your knee a little bit, belly button pulled in. So my back is neutral. You're not overarching or rounding. Just keep it nice and neutral. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I was going to keep going. You know, the one thing about my in-person class is that they catch my counting whenever I go off, when I get it wrong. So now we're going to do leg extensions, working on our quads. The exercise I do all the time to keep my quads strong, especially around my knee. So sitting up nice and tall. If you don't hike your shoulders up, and one leg up, flex your foot and extend out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And last set of shoulders. Now I can do heel toe, because I could put my left leg in front, and my right leg is great, so I have a lot of support. And I'm going to do a lateral raise. So no higher than your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And last set of leg extensions. So you're sitting at the end of the chair, so most of your thighs off the chair, sitting up tall. One leg up, flex your foot and extend out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. On the other side, flex your foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's stand up. You know what? I'm going to take another little break because I need to mop up. It is really warm in here today. I'm not quite sure why. And have a sip of water. You can too. So I am going to combine calf raises and heel rocks today with slow marches and bicep curls. So holding on, rolling up on your toes, and picking your toes up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm going to start with my right arm, left knee. So what I would like you to do is stay in one place, and as you step down, try to keep it nice and controlled. That if you were in person with me, I really wouldn't hear your footsteps. Shows a lot of control, a lot of core strength, and keep your elbows locked at your side so you don't end up here with your biceps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And our last set of calf raises in here. Well, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And last set of slow marches and bicep curls. Left arm, right knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to move on. Actually, I'm putting the weights away and we're not done with them. But grab your ball. We're going to do triceps with one set of small glute work with this, and but 2 sets of triceps. So we're going to start with triceps. First one we're going to do is a tricep extension. Same position as bent over rows. Arms up at your side. Your elbows stay still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to do one set of 15. So I'm sitting at the end of the chair, pressure on the ball. And this is not a very big movement. So I'm just going to bring my leg out. My hips are not really moving, even though I'm working the muscle in the hip. I'm keeping it nice and still. And 1, 2, you get a lot of work in your groin. 3, internal rotation. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And our last set of triceps. So let's do a pulse today with the weights. You could use weights or bands. So you notice my hand is going to be my fist is facing out. I'm not bent over as much as I was before, and I'm just going to pulse for 10, keeping my arms straight. And it's not a big pulse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And We just mop up and have your ball. We're going to use one weight today as a new core exercise. So the core balance exercise. And I'm still researching and looking up new things for you guys to do till the bitter end. So this is a fun one. I like this one. So it's a tandem stance. So I'm going to start with my left leg in front, but I'm going to do it in the heel of my other foot. And I'm standing up tall, belly button pulled in. I want to make sure that I'm not arching my back. So I'm tucking my hip under a little bit. So that's kind of the posture, keeping my core engaged. You're holding the weight. So we're so this is a balanced core exercise. So all we're going to do is move the weight side to side and try to keep our body in that same position. So your core is really working while your core is really working to keep you upright while you're moving your limbs out side to side. So we're going to do 20 with my left foot in front, and then we're going to switch to the other leg and do another 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And the farther out you go with your arms, the harder it is. So I'm going to switch and I can do um, heel toe for the other leg. So I'm going to see how this works. This is harder. I can feel it already. So the closer you are in together, the easier it is. I may just have to give myself um, a little room. I actually should switch legs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So that one was actually harder for me. The first one, I didn't have my foot in the right place, and it was actually easier, but I had my left foot more in the back on that one, and that was harder. So, new balance exercise. So, we are going to do a, someone's trying to get in and they can't. um, so, we're going to stagger our feet and we're going to do a wood chopper. So I'm going to start over my front foot. That's my right leg. And I'm going to arc down to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm on camera. I apologize. Let me take a break with you guys. That's Rachel. If you come to the Y, you'll meet her. Let's start that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So let's do some seated core. We're going to do the one where you sit all between your knees, just doing 10 reps. Every time you push in, you bring your belly button in. So sit up nice and tall, just let your arms hang, and start with an inhale and exhale. 1, bring your belly button in and squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to start with our arms out and rotate all the way around, keeping pressure on the ball so your hips are not moving. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to do sideways. So we're going to do sitting up tall. And remember for this one, when we bend forward, we're bending from our shoulder blades, not our waist. And you're keeping your head in line. You're not moving your head independently of your shoulder. So we're going to start by just rolling back a little bit and going forward. 1, keeping your belly button pulled in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And um, we are going to do our single leg stance. I'm going to start off on my right leg because I know I can do that. Standing up tall, find a focal point, keep your eyes on it, and we're just going to do a 10 count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to switch to the other leg. And this time I'm going to do a kickstand because to keep pressure on my left leg for that long is not great. So I'm just going to do a kickstand. You could do it without this kickstand. 2, I'm still getting work. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And even though I don't have that leg up by itself, I can still feel my body working. So let's do our stretch. Sitting towards the end of the chair, we're not going to forget all of the body work we just did, keeping your core engaged. We're going to hold each stretch for 3 deep breaths. So leg out, your foot flex, lean forward. If you could reach your toe, pull it towards your face, and enjoy this part of the workout. And switch sides. And cross your leg over, sitting up tall, bringing your knee up towards, you can do this one. If you're doing this one with me, you're not slumping, you're still sitting up tall, you're not really twisting. What you're doing is trying, pulling your knee towards the opposite shoulder to get a stretch along your hip. And figure 4, leaning forward. I'm finishing a little early today. I'm expecting a phone call that's from my surgeon's office. So you could cross over or bring your leg up. You know, I'm going to miss you guys. I have been doing this since March of 2000 when the pandemic started. I think March or early April. I can't remember the exact date, but The only time I've missed is some vacation time. And let's do stretch our lower back, so legs nice and wide, leaning forward, still keeping that neutral spine. You notice I'm just not rounding or arching my back. And arms over to one side, so you get the stretch on the side of your lower back. And over to the other side. And I'm going to do a standing hip flexor. So nice wide legs. I'm walking. And upright torso. I'm going to tilt that back hip up, get a stretch in my hip all the way down my quad. And switch over to the other side. And same thing. And let's do my favorite stretch. Actually, a modified downward dog. So if you're wondering, but I learned this when I was in prenatal yoga millions of years ago. Well, 24 years ago. So keep your knees soft, just push your hips back. And gently roll up and arms out to the side. Keep your arms, shoulders down, your arms behind you, stretching your chest and your shoulder. And arm circles. And the other direction. And thank you guys so much. So my email, J Campbell, Campbell, at ymcanyc.org. So I would love to hear from you guys. I have surgery on the 6th, a week from tomorrow, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to answer all your questions right up front, but I would love to hear from you guys. Take care, and I'll miss you too, Nora, and I will see you in a few months. Take care.